So I'm recovering from this flood that our house had, and I'm let everything dry out for a few days down here. And I came down, and the basement flooded again. I mean, these boxes are just destroyed. Here, poor Scott Steiner, before he was Big Papa Pump, and he's just like completely soaked. Look at that. Oh, the worst. There's Mark Madden too. I got a bunch of stuff outside, all paper that I have to burn. Articles I'd saved from projects I'd worked on that had been covered in newspapers here in Portland. They're all just soaked through now. All these posters I had drying out, doubly destroyed. It's just the worst, man. That's just the worst. Box there is still totally soaked. It's just, oh my goodness, this is, man. Oh my God, look at that. Look at this, man. Oh, I had this since I was a little boy. And it's just the coolest poster. I'm going to show it to you guys because it's totally destroyed now. Look at that. How often do you see He Frog and the Muppets of the Universe? This is just the worst. Not the worst. There's a lot of things out there that are much worse. There are a lot of things that are much worse. Man, I've had this for 16 years. Oh, look at that. It's just, it tears. Look at that. And that's just everything. Man. Oh, Taker. Oh, no. I know. If you're a wrestling fan, you want to see what else is in there, though. Oh, there he is. Oh, make some noise. Good old days. Well, that's just totally screwed. And there's people out there who are dying of cancer and need heart transplants and kidney transplants, and give them money before you give me money. But if you're independently wealthy and you like professional wrestling, help me get my cameras back. I had 4 documentaries I was going to try to make over the next 18 months. I had actually prepared a Kickstarter project for 2 of the documentaries that I was planning on releasing this month, and then the basement flooded, and now it's flooded again. And so I've had to deal with that instead. And my cameras were destroyed in this thing. Sensors are done. And so now I don't even have anything to shoot and finish my documentaries with. I mean, I'm just screwed. This is just like half of what I own. Tapes that are just soaked, destroyed. Look at this. Old wrestling tapes that have just, that's just soaked up into them. So anything you can give me to help me start my life over so that I can just, all I want to do is just make movies to entertain you and enlighten you. I need help, guys, bad. I don't know what to do without a camera. That's my purpose. That's why God put me here. I was going to make a documentary on Billy Jack Haynes. I had some stuff with Paul Orndorff that we were working on. And then I had this project on indie wrestling in the Northwest and kind of the rise and fall of professional wrestling here since Portland Wrestling closed down in 1992, excuse me. I'm just, oh man. You want to see the cameras that survived? Look at this. Unbelievable. Oh, look, we got a state-of-the-art compact VHS-C camcorder from the very early 90s, very late 80s that I've held on to. When was this? It doesn't even say what it was manufactured. June of 1995. But you never know when you're going to come across old, odd tapes that might have something precious on them. Totally awesome. Digital 8 Handycam. Yeah, I shot a lot of stuff on this bad boy before they figured out mini DV tape. Now that doesn't even exist. Super 8 millimeter Totally awesome. Totally not destroyed in the flood. But you know what was destroyed in the flood? Good HD cameras that shoot stuff people actually want to watch. That, of course, bit the dust. And so, well, am I going to shoot documentaries on Super 8? I don't think so. Am I going to shoot it on digital 8mm? I don't think so. Man. Can you guys help me? Please, please, can you help me get my cameras back? My tripod back that was logged with water, so now the legs squeak and the one like falls and you gotta use duct tape on it to hold it up probably. I just can't do it anymore. I cannot do this. Please, if you guys can help me, God bless you if you can. I will make documentaries and you could watch them and you will love them. I was going to put one of them online for free. I worked on it for 5 years. I was going to give it away for free because I thought it was so important to the wrestling business, which you may not like. And I understand that, you know. There's a lot of people that don't get professional wrestling. There's a lot of people that don't get Star Trek. And, you know, wrestling fans and Trekkers have a lot in common, even if neither of them realize it. Look at this. I barely salvaged this one. It only got wet once. Oh, it's destroyed. Look at this. Look at that. It's destroyed. But I had it since I was a little kid. This was made in, look at that, 1986. Nabisco Incorporated. Miyagi. What? That's awesome. That is so awesome. Man, these are the kind of movies I want to make when I'm not making documentaries about professional wrestling. And everything is just soaked to the bone. My poor Sigmund Freud doll is just soaked to the bone. It's finally dried out now. So much. Uh-oh. See, I'm having fun with it, though. See? Flash Funk. Look at that. Who has Flash Funk still in the package? I'm so glad it dried out, too. Oh, my gosh. How horrible. How horrible. So, I've lost things that I draw a lot of inspiration from. Things that make me happy, but you know, it's only paper. And what's really important to me is entertaining and enlightening people and helping preserve the history of not just professional wrestling. I like a lot of stuff. You know, there's a lot of really cool stuff out there that I'm into, but I don't want to talk about all that, you know, right now. Because I have to go back through all this stuff and see what's destroyed again now for the second time, obviously. See, we didn't even know that it had flooded originally because I hadn't shot anything in a couple months because I'd, you know, been editing and I make a podcast and I just sacrifice so much of myself and my life to educate and enlighten and entertain people, and now I can't do that, and that's like taking away my purpose in life. So if you can help me, I would really appreciate it. So here's a pile of my stuff. It was just destroyed in the flood in our basement, and I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn memories 30 years old, man. David Bowie! No! Clockwork Orange poster. Oh my god, so many posters. Like, here's a box of posters that have just been completely destroyed. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I don't even know what that one is, it's so fudged. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Species, man. That's from the VHS release. That's what really sucks, is some of these posters are just probably not even available anymore. You gonna bark all day, little doggy, or are you gonna light? And I was like, Emilio! But you can totally see the water just turned it to pulp on the bottom half, man. And just ripped right when I picked it up. That whole box of posters. Oh, this one's still soaked. Man, that's a good one too. Oh, Joey Lauren Adams was so hot in Chasing Amy. This is like almost half of what I own. Reminds me of Conan the Barbarian when his girlfriend got cacked and they put her in the funeral pyre. It's amazing how quickly life can just change like that. You want to know what's even worse about this? Is it wasn't a flood that destroyed everything in the basement. It wasn't a flood at all. It was the dishwasher. The dishwasher has been leaking. And we just assumed it was coming from the door because there was always a little bit of water in front of the dishwasher whenever we would run the dishes. But it turns out that there was a hose that had become disconnected in the back of the dishwasher. And so it was pumping out the water, and it was running down into the basement and flooding my stuff, which explains why it was all so soaked over and over again. And that is just, I had all this stuff drying out down there because it, stopped raining heavily, and we assumed it was rain, and it wasn't rain at all. And I walked down there 2 days later, assuming everything should be pretty dry and I could see what was salvageable, and everything was absolutely soaked again. And it was just everything was just turned to mush. Clothes were molded, and it's just terrible. So there's only one solution for that, I guess. I'm not going to pay the dump fees. I'm already a poor person. So just set it on fire.